Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing okay. I cannot seem to shake whatever this sickness is that's taken a hold of me, so I apologize if I'm coughing a bit. I decided I wanted to play more Outer Worlds 2, and can't stream tonight because I have to work early in the morning. So we're doing a rare dusty daytime stream. Excuse me. I'm gonna get the game going. We just got into paradise, and we have to go talk to some minister, what's his face. See what the hell he wants. Well, I had just arrived, so I have to go and introduce myself, basically. I don't know if they want anything. They probably do. We also have a bounty we picked up at a bounty board for some drones. That went a lot faster than the first time.
Went with the normal difficulty, huh? That'd be my pick for a first playthrough. Nice to see someone with some sense around here for once.
The main menu is interesting. This guy, all these fancy looking gentlemen. G to throw a grenade. Excuse me.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Auntie Cleo.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my two old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No,
No, Auntie.
Auntie.
Yes,
That
I
is
thought not.
psychotic.
Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spine. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now, hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
It's befitting as long as I'm getting paid.
Last, I never thought you'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs?
Are you making fun of me?
Perish the thought. The first rule of diplomacy is never to slight a potential ally, if it can be avoided. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
I feel an inexplicable desire to break into the most protected location on the island.
Who doesn't get such a compulsion from time to time? Well, if you're serious about it, I suspect we can assist one another.
Can we?
You help me, and I'll get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed.
Nice sales pitch.
Can't blame a body for wanting to practice, can you? Fine. I'll give it to you straight then. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst.
What's a grafted soldier?
Grafted soldiers were the subjects of the Enhanced Soldier Program, so named as its intent was to utilize nature to enhance a soldier's natural talents. Unfortunately, the program resulted in many casualties, and what few successes we had were literally short-lived.
You must not have much faith in your troops if you're sending me after one.
I may be a motivator of persons, but I'm also something of a realist. Our grafted soldiers are capable at their apex, but many degrade before accomplishing themselves. I chose Trooper Sealong to grant her the opportunity to be of use, but the grafting program was shuttered with good reason. Best to be thorough.
What do you know about mental refreshment?
Protectorate subjects willingly submit themselves to a kind of
Willingly.
mental reset designed to bring them
Willing.
closer to the Protectorate ideal. But I have reason to believe that their system is less rigid than Protectorate leadership would claim. It's ripe for exploitation. Is there a more beautiful phrase?
So go to this ministry and retrieve the info. Anything else?
Yes. One additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my estimate.
Good point. I'll be back.
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems. Even the whole of Spacer's Choice couldn't outmaneuver her.
Niles, do you think I'm a fool?
You there. Still got work if you're looking. You're here early. I expected you'd be on the receiving end of Milver Street's bluster until close to the end of time. Happy that ain't the case, as I can make use of you. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island. Let no one say I can't be official when circumstances merit. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose.
What the fuck? Just attack her? Headed to the communication tower in the north. Might blow it up if I feel like it.
The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction, I could just have my troops dispatch you. Save you the effort. Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding.
I only just got here. You'll have to fill me in on where I am before we talk business.
This fine settlement is Fairfield. Once in the Protectorate's grasping claws, now Auntie's newest foothold on Paradise Island. When we arrived, it was thick with yaysayers, a hair's breadth away from sacrificing themselves to their old masters. Now they've seen the golden glow of the free market. Entertaining as it is to root out dozens of entrenched, suicidally murderous subjects, I'd take the efficiency of capitulation any day.
And if you need the denizens to do anything, it helps that you have troops in their homes.
Friend, they already do whatever I want. Word no ain't in their kin. The issue is they've no initiative and are thus of limited use for anything beyond the menial. The local citizenry is welcome to up and leave, if the thought somehow enters their desolate brain pans. Ain't many places they could go to safely, though. Milver Street always insists on an exit interview, too. In a rare change of fate, we actually did have one would-be exitee last month, but the good minister convinced him to stay.
Yeah? What'd Milver Street say to him?
Suddenly, you may leave. You can go anywhere, north, south, become a mercenary, a traveling salesperson, a scavenger, meditate on a rock. The world is your shellfish. Poor fool slunk back to his home minutes later. Turncoats don't know how to handle choice. Milver Street used that indecision as a weapon. The silver-tongued bastard. I hope that has sated your curiosity. If it hasn't, seek Milver Street. The subjects are within his purview more than mine.
Seems to me that you care more about efficiency than saving human lives.
I haven't broken an idealist over my knee in ages. Open your ears wide, friend, for this is a whetstone well scoured. Efficiency saves human lives. Engage a detachment in open combat. Expect dozens dead on both sides. Kill their commander beforehand, and their soldiers will rout without a shot fired. Such is war. Milver Street, for all his book learning, doesn't seem capable of understanding such. I hope you're a sharper sort than he, willing to do what must be done.
Isn't soliciting my help unauthorized? Seems your boss will be mad at you.
My employer would assuredly be filled with wrath if it were my forces I were committing. But enlisting a freelancer on my own dime is hardly committing any forces. If you fail, I'll be out nothing, and Auntie shall be none the wiser. And if you succeed, I can't be blamed if my plans came to fruition on their own.
Suppose there's no shame in hearing what you've got planned.
I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox Relay. You help me, I help you. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war, name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves a raising for the length of its blasted name alone. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to functioning. I need the place sabotaged, lest Automechs return to aid the Protectorate war effort in droves. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you.
Milver Street said the same thing about you. He wants information on mental refreshment.
Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with playing fair and now seeks to delve into the oily recesses of brainwashing? Oh, for shame. He's devoted to his half measures. I'll give him that. But he wouldn't have to wheedle and connive if he knew directness. Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. Work with me.
Wouldn't it be simpler to kill everyone in the facility than to sabotage it?
Certainly could. I wouldn't shed a tear on behalf of those drones, but the Protectorate is used to losing its people. And there'd no doubt be a replacement crew in a week's time. The repair center itself needs to be permanently put out of commission. Anything else is temporary.
What's the plan for infiltrating the facility?
Could be direct. Feign that you're an assistant of some kind, though you'd have to have some know-how regarding engineering. But a simpler path would be paying a visit to the Ministry of Accuracy, liberating some credentials. Yaysayers ain't capable of suspecting a piece of paper.
I'd rather work with you than Milver Street. I prefer the direct approach.
Competence recognizes competence. Get into that facility and make certain it won't ever function again.
Oh, I
look
shall.
forward to hearing your results.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together. Most won't even explode on you.
I didn't like that, Niles. Most. Don't say that. All right. So, above beyond repair. Let's see. Didn't we pick up a... Oh, yes, destroy the hover drone. Okay. The hills around Ministry of Accuracy. This way.
Boy, take this terminal and trash it. That's it. I need a smoke.
Protectorate folks must have been bored out of their skulls before we showed up. Now life in Fairfield's a real shindig. Well, except for the handful of hull heads who couldn't accept this place under new management. We sure fixed that.
Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all these orders.
Keep them coming. I can do this all day.
Might I have a word, Commander?
What is it?
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. But void it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-Protectorate, a good man. Tracked him to Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit? Brief one, of course.
Why are you in pain?
Oh, legs bother me a bit, but no more than usual. Anyway, that's not the reason I'm asking the visit. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe.
What happened?
After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting Protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my Directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action.
Never would have guessed there was a resistance to the Protectorate from within.
Resistance is a mite strong. Wasn't like he was part of some greater movement. He avoided speaking out of line, but he was already spinning up discontent by the time we met.
So what happened?
We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot.
Folk need to learn how to make it on their own. Support only weakens them.
Figure you say as much, but I'll admit, after 10 years in this colony, it's getting harder to argue an opposing view. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him. to Reaston.
Be straight with me, Niles. What are you hoping to get out of seeing him?
If it weren't for Zeb, I'd be in the ground. It's a debt I never properly repaid. Plus, I don't relish his last memory of me being a vanishing act. I owe him better. And since finding you, well, a lot feels possible now that didn't before.
No time like the present to make up for past mistakes. Let's go see our friend.
Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
Oh. No. Damn. Body found.
Commencing combat-related activities.
All right. What is this? In combat flights, we established a temporary base of operations as close to Fairfield as we deemed possible without risking detection. We then began directing small clusters of drones to harass the enemy at random intervals. None of these could be considered major incursions, but we unquestionably garnered the ire of anti-choice's forces there. Note, mind that you can handle them with great care, as they've been tuned for heightened hostility in accordance with their current task. An unintentional drop or fast movement could set them off. What are these flywheels for? Are they just junk? Okay. So can I just fast travel? Okay. What's this? Find ARC access credentials. Okay, let's go do that. We're right here.
Combat protocols.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Confronting threat.
Give it a few quarts low, Commander.
Status. Susceptible to danger.
Door is barred shut. Ooh. A red shock rod. Shells. Do they have shells here for me to buy? We'll buy 100. The shells are working good against these things. Do I want to get lockpick? Would be nice. Back. Maybe I'll get a companion that can hack. Is that a thing? I don't know. Perks. Observation report. Moore made what he likely thought was a joke in the barracks. During his refrain, he slyly referenced a document that as yet remained uncensored on his terminal. Whether this lapse was caused by sheer hubris or the subconscious seed of antisocial behavior is unknown. Nevertheless, it is a clear violation of the trust upon him by the consul. Recommend mental refreshment, Volvide transferred to another division. Johnson smoked in his sleep last night. Words that sound vaguely of his duties within the ministry. This may show a proclivity towards either unwitting disclosure or deep-rooted discontentment. Recommend mental refreshment. Adams confessed that he's having trouble sleeping because he can't stop thinking about being watched through a newly installed two-way glass. Undoubtedly, this is a sign of a guilty conscience. Recommend mental refreshment. Jesus.
I'll take fighting raps over living in a surveillance state any day.
Okay. What do those do for me? Are they better? Plus 10% damage resistance. How is this heavy and this one is medium? Does it matter? Do I have like... Oh. 20% chance to ignore incoming attacks while below 50% health. Evasion chance. Okay, so this is actually better because I have plus 20% chance evasion, plus 50% combat sprint speed, plus 10% damage resistance, and 20% chance to ignore. This is just, yeah, so this is actually better. This gives me like 4 perks. This gives me 2. I'm being honest. As well. Sell junk again. Anything hidden back here?
Hey, it's Deputy Son. Hey, you! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Ooh, mods. At the workbench, the mod screen allows you to apply mods to your weapons and armor and headgear. Mods have a variety of functionality. I understand. No modifications of armor. At the workbench, the party upgrade screen allows you to upgrade your companions' weapons and armor, improving their efficacy in combat and granting them more abilities. Okay, how do I do that? Okay. Ability to craft.
No, ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt.
You look a little disappointed.
That obvious, huh? Yeah, I was hoping there'd be something worth harvesting. Something worth the trouble of killing the poor creature. But hope is the father of disappointment.
What in the void is wrong with your arm?
Mind yourself now. I don't know my life story to someone I ain't even properly acquainted with.
Oh.
What is it you're doing round here?
Nosy, aren't you?
You're in the middle of a war zone, friend. Anyone who ain't asking questions is instead asking for a bullet in the back. I'm Inez Silung, Auntie's choice, former combat medic in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Now, menial troubleshooter. Minister Milver Street of Fairfield sent me here to retrieve some information. Not my most exciting assignment, but suppose we can't expect much with the stalemate on this island. I'll admit I was eager for some good hunting around here. My arm, my graft, needs some bolstering. But if the raps here are as weak as this one, it won't help me none.
Why is this place littered with raptidons anyway? There's nothing here but paperwork.
When there's paperwork, there's enemy secrets. And dropping raptidons on the place is a quick way to stop any personnel keen on destroying those secrets before we find them. It's a kinder fate than if they survived. Allowing us to walk off with this intel would surely land any survivor in front of the firing squad, or sentimental refreshment.
Then the information here must be doubly valuable.
Mm-hmm. This place is an archive of Protectorate censorship. If it's been sanitized, censored, or rewritten out of the Protectorate's history, the Ministry's where you'll find it. And apparently there's some highly sensitive intel about mental refreshment hereabouts. The Minister sent me here to find it.
I'm surprised he'd send a grafted soldier here. Don't think I've seen many of you around.
If you had, you'd know. Unless you're accustomed to seeing folk roaming around with exposed muscle fibers or stunted extra limbs on their backs.
I gotta ask, what's your third arm do?
Other than punch a hole in my armor, cause Huel at the saloon to yell in consternation, not much, at present. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now.
And now you're looking for a chance to prove them wrong. That about right?
I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones.
You mentioned an Enhanced Soldier Division. Couldn't they help you out?
No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting program. And when I say it was shuttered, I mean completely fucking demolished. Bet they'd erase it from the financial records if they could. It was that much of an embarrassment. In the wake of such a failure, it's left us grafted folks with no support. I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one.
Try kissing the graft to make it better. Have you asked her for help?
She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to, nothing else. But she also ain't quite got the hang of the employment thing.
You could try kissing the graft to make it better.
If the graft were an imaginary boo-boo, I wouldn't be in this mess, friend. It's paperwork that's the problem. You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved by the contract holder. Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So I'm stuck with a limb that's slowly poisoning me. Could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter.
If your contract holder suddenly died, hypothetically, would that get you out of it?
Law, no. The contract would just pass down the line of succession. It's a very long line. And anyway,
Got a lot
I
of
ain't a killer.
bullets.
No matter how much I fantasize about
I am.
shutting him up when he goes on and on about how he's the father of capitalism reincarnated, or lamenting that his mock apple martini ain't blended quite right. Ugh, never quite got the hang of those.
If a contract is stopping you, then go independent. How bad could it be?
Let me put it this way. If I was already on the bottom rung, this knocks me clean off and buries me in sand. But I started from nothing before. I could do it again. Maybe.
You've been in this position before.
Ain't easy moving between companies. And I wasn't always with Auntie's Choice.
Huh.
But that's a story for another time.
Hope things work out for you. Maybe I'll see you around.
Get the feeling you will. Go on now. There's probably plenty of Protectorate info waiting to be scooped up if you're keen. Just mind the raps. I got what I came for, so I reckon it's time to see about my contract. Law knows I could use a lucky break.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's Choice.
She's with Auntie's Choice for now, my friend. Way to jump in front of me, dude. Distraction devices. Hold G. Swap with. Okay. Oh, excuse me. What? Why did I switch guns? Our records indicate that the ministry is 247 days late in delivering critical information to Euphoria Arc. Print the following past to Euphoria Arc and hand deliver the pertinent reports immediately. Sensors 3 of 3 complete. Following retreat from Fairfield. 3 dead, 6 missing, 1 wounded, 10 active, unit cohesion broken, morale low, awaiting instruction. I spied 2 sentinels wrestling with my automechs last night. Upon their leave, I found a new data recorder hidden beneath the main sensor lens. I am perplexed as to their intention. They must know I have found the recorder eventually. I would have found the recorder eventually. What's more, they're sentinels. They could simply request a primary data device if they had a mind to. I should likely say nothing, but if something goes wrong with that automech, I'd be afraid to have its abnormality credited to me. A wise man fears anything that would label him unfaithful, and historically I would apply that moniker to Alphonse Scholes. But it now seems he fears nothing, for he has recently spoken out in an outrageous and unseemly manner. It matters not what occupation your youth prepared you for, the Sovereign sees your best course for the whole of the Protectorate. It matters not if you find the work distasteful or tedious or difficult. You do it with pride for the sake of the Protectorate. You do not tell the 24 children you are teaching that you've been demoted to a glorified sprat wrangler. Matriarch, help us. Why not?
Sequencing attack strategy.
Confronting threat.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. I'm the one you need to worry about.
The following reports are unsanitized and must be assigned personnel. Do not let this information leave the ministry without undergoing a sanitization pass, secondary sanitization pass, a supervisory review. Please select the report you wish to view. Raptidons are encroaching on Fairfield's borders and hunting its citizens for sport. Our resources are spread thin, and what firepower we possess has not risen to the standard of suppressing this terrible scourge. Currently, we do not have a plan for their eradication, as all of the players have been viciously consumed, their bones picked clean and blood staining the soil of these hostile lands. Emphasize that the monsters wreaking havoc across the prosperous island are confirmed to have been unleashed by Auntie's choice. Remind the people who is responsible, assure them that the Sovereign will quickly gain control of the situation. Let it also be known that the metal pods littering the plains are likely vessels for Raptidon delivery. Steer clear of any of these if spotted. In Santa's report, a group of researchers known internally as Crabble enthusiasts vanished while in pursuit of the fabled skeleton Crabble on the coasts of Paradise Island. These families fear the worst. If the legends of the skeletons Crabble are to be believed, they died in a most gruesome and painful fashion, their final breaths wasted on dishonorable shrieks of agony, pleading for help that never came. Please do not speculate of the fate of the missing researchers. Our remaining scientists must remain focused and untroubled by the wayward actions of their fellows. We also do not wish to encourage fables or cryptozoology, which will only stoke interest rather than avoidance. Please select the standard you wish to view. Any discussion of the order of the Ascendant is to be altered to verbosely acknowledge that it is to be opposed by the Protectorate at every turn. Any text, data, or intelligence that shows different or worse, potentially praising the order, is to be corrected, and its authors to be immediately remanded to mental refreshment. Those subjects lost in the tragic natural disaster that enveloped Horizon Point, including the very family members of the Sovereign, are to be celebrated as heroes of the Protectorate. They died while embracing their highest calling and service to the Sovereign, and he has personally mourned their loss. Any discussion of causes outside natural disasters or of foreign actors being involved are to be scrubbed and their authors to be reported for mental refreshment. Any discussion or analysis indicating that the war with anti-choice is escalating or that the Protectorate is losing ground is to be replaced with assurance that the war continues to go well and that the Sovereign will soon dismantle Anti's petty machinations and feeble aggressions. Okay. The console provides. Repeating rifle. Hold on. See, compare. Same gun. You've gained advanced. Okay. Do not proceed if you are not the Sentinel Administrator. Yeah, whatever. Our console has breathed new life into the much lauded mental refreshment program, graduating hundreds of subjects in record time. Now even the most extreme cases may be rehabilitated and invited back into the fold. Their perspective, less complicated and more loyal. Once again, tried and true methods will win out over needless research and development. The console knows what's best for the Protectorate. And nothing's better than mental refreshment. When your troubled friends and neighbors stray from the bosom of the Protectorate, remember that mental refreshment is the best way back to basics. And once you're there, relearning basic skills will be as simple as second nature. Following our direct decrees of the Council, do not spare the rod. Claims of the Sovereign's leniency are utterly unfounded. Regardless of whom the source of the rumor may be, Warden, Arbiter, or Vigilant, it falls upon every Sentinel to ignore claims of clemency and ensure that subjects receive the harshest punishments possible for derelictions of the paradigm. I expect all administrators to observe their words even more thoroughly from this moment on. We have discovered evidence that there may still be Order of the Ascendant believers living amongst our subjects. Maintain special vigilance over any subjects observed doing complex math equations. As per previous decrees, report any suspicious behavior to the Sentinels. The Order's continued hostility, combined with the apparent involvement in Auntie's invasion, puts the Protectorate in a position where we must quell subversive information about the Order with haste. Double your efforts to sanitize information that runs contrary to Protectorate teaching. Such information is to be replaced with the litany and previously circulated betoken anti-order information generated by the Office of the Consul. Any subjects found making pro-order statements must be reported once to the Sentinels. All right. Okay. Go sell my junk. Do I have like inventory weight or anything? Doesn't seem to matter. Really? Cool. I'm fine with that. I like they can just pick shit up and not be distracted by that. What is this building here?
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please.
Yeah.
Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came.
I'm here on confidential protectorate business and am sworn to secrecy.
I'd actually be convinced if I were less versed in such affairs. No matter. Despite the bold display of false bravado, you lack the bluster of an Auntie's Choice spy. Excuse my circumspection. Uninvited callers have caused much of my misfortune of late. Although an intermeddling outsider like you may be just what I require. You travel freely. I'll forgo appealing to your sense of duty, as those outside the Protectorate lack such motivating principles. I presume you accept payment for services?
Assuming the payment's good and that I'd live to spend it.
Expect it's as dangerous a job as you make it. One as well-traveled as you appear might even accomplish it during the course of other adventures. The rewards are plentiful and handsome. Rare items, ingredients, cosmetics. Many such baubles fall into my hands. Most useless to my research.
Tell me more. Less words, the better.
During recent troubles, unsavory elements removed certain items from my old office. Among them, a series which took considerable time to assemble.
Just tell me what they are and where to find them.
Oh, to the point then. A full set of Science Adventures Quarterly has been sold to various unknown parties across the island. I put it to you to find them. Once you have one of the 10 periodicals in hand, I will trade you for rarities and bits. May safety, amity, and ease be yours.
Thank you. I'm going to drink your... Oh, I can't steal... Okay, I'll... Alright. There's stealing. Obviously, I guess. It's...
Feels good to be back in the saddle, don't it, Val? Kind of reminds me of our days in Nix's orbit. Dodge and Protectorate patrols. You remember that?
Error. Memory not found.
Ah, well. That's all right, Val. I'll just have to do the remembering for both of us.
Dearest friends and esteemed companion, as of late it has come to my attention that I actually do not enjoy the act nor the daily drudgery of farming. Upon this realization, I had initially considered submitting myself for refreshment, but in a wondrous bit of serendipity, I quite literally bumped into a fellow, delightful fellow from Auntie's Choice. He convinced me to discard that foolish notion and helped me discover a new path forward for myself in the form of employment with the fine folk of Auntie's Choice. Several years ago, I would have balked at the very thought of leaving the Protectorate, but today I see joining Auntie's as a freedom and breath of fresh air which I never realized I so dearly desired. Liberation, self-determination, and a free market. These are the things which my heart yearns for. I don't doubt with my sharp mind and strong work ethic, I'll become a top executive in no time at all. And to every subject of the Protectorate who reads this, I encourage you to do the same. Auntie's Choice is always hiring. Remember, with the Protectorate, you're only surviving, but with Auntie's Choice, you'll be thriving. Oh, he fell for their sales pitch. Really? What's that?
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers?
I usually dabble in matters of life and death, nothing as serious as high finance.
In Auntie's Choice, high finance is life and death, friend. I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out.
And just what is it you need help with?
It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike.
I actually do a pretty convincing impression of a raptidon mating call. Want to hear it?
Not particularly. Already have plenty of nightmares about them critters. Just thinking about them scrambles my gray matter. I can't imagine setting foot in Spire Grove, even though it might mean losing a chance to acquire the prize of a lifetime. You see, my partner there unearthed an unexploited protectorate technology. Wouldn't go into details, but promised it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens.
Sounds like a jerk. How'd you rope him in?
Pitched him the dumbest deal I could think of. Told him I'd trade him my entire tossball card collection for schematics or a prototype. Said sure. Complete rube. Didn't even ask about condition. My Kelvin Tran rookie card isn't even ultra fine. Got a piece of nicotine chewing gum stuck to it.
You're in quite a bind. We could probably work out some solution.
Opportunistically leveraging difficult predicaments. That's the Auntie's Choice way. I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later.
Okay.
Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics.
Consider it done. I'll be on my way.
All right, then. Don't let me keep you.
He doesn't hold up his end of the bargain. I'm just going to shoot him. Hope he realizes that. Capital job, bounty hunter. Advanced decryption key. Okay. So now we have another mission. Perilous journey to the Grove. Botched. Or right here. Meet Inez at Fairfield's Town Hall.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas.
Hey, no, you're not Inez. Where's Inez? Then meet her at the town hall.
Minister, I'm telling you I can do more. I've been proving myself to you time and again, haven't I?
Does she have a third arm?
Asking is a mite of trust.
Oh, hey.
Let me
Get
fix
it.
my arm and I'll...
Calm down. You know the risks you
Could scratch your neck.
present.
Back here.
Utilizing you at all was a kindness on your behalf.
Hold on. So I want... Okay, here we go.
Calm down when you stop bringing your little excuses. How about that?
My, such aggression. You scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies,
Ain't so sure you want to work for this imbecile, friend. There's more menial jobs where that came from.
Do try to understand my perspective. You were so lethargic returning, I had you pre-marked as a casualty. Do you know how many forms I've had to fill out on your behalf?
Now hold on. I went into enemy territory crawling with dangerous creatures for you alone to get some dusty report. And you got the audacity to complain about paperwork? If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
Minister, let Inez fix her graphs. Then you won't doubt her efficacy ever again. Forget him. Join me. I've got a ship with beds, snacks, and just a little residual trauma.
That's surely the most tempting offer I've heard all day.
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's hand to guide her if she were unemployed? I should think death the preferable alternative.
That's it. I'd rather be a down and outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit.
Nice move. Independence will offer you many more opportunities, some more legal than others.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract shirker back into our fold.
Oh.
But Auntie's choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. You'll regret counting me out. Till then, I hope you choke on your mock apple martinis. If you're serious about that job offer, come find me when you're done with this clown.
She will most assuredly regret her decision. Most assuredly. But I suppose that is no longer my concern. Troopers abandoning their contracts. Blackguards like you running rampant. What is becoming of the...
You fucked.
All done in there? Was hoping we could chat. Hope that little dust up back there didn't put you off. My contract had me caged, and I was glad to get a few licks in during the jailbreak. I'd like to take you up on your offer, if you're good for it. You're going places. Could be I'm keen on heading that direction myself. If you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. Me. Don't matter what you set your mind to, together we'll be unstoppable. And in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back in Auntie's Choice.
Why in the void would you want to go back to Auntie's Choice?
I can be on my own for a time, but I'd rather it not be permanent. Besides, where else can I turn from nothing to something?
You don't think they intended to let you stay nothing forever?
They ain't the Protectorate. If they couldn't see my worth, it was due to circumstance, because of my graft, or because I ain't trying hard enough. I get it. You're skeptical. If you got more questions, go on and ask them. You'll not find me hiding anything in the fine print.
I believe you. All right, you have a deal.
Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see what I'm capable of. Just gotta find out how to get there first. Doc Tinsley worked with grafts for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn fine scientist. Reckon we should visit her lab at the edge of town to see if she's got ideas for us.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mine the ship.
Yeah, you go ahead, Niles.
I didn't mean me, but all right. I see where your head's at. Keep safe out there.
After you.
All right. Let's see. Well, we sell. I don't really use melee. Commonly used to power weapons of questionable design, or as a food source. Long rounds. I don't have anything that uses them. This is an extra repeating rifle. Okay. Or these mods? Light revolver explosive rounds, repeating rifle charged burst. Charged burst. What does that do? Enables firing while sliding, mantling, or sprinting. Increases recoil spread and movement speed while aiming down sight. Bracing unit. Hologram sight would be nice. Charged burst. I don't think I need that. What do I need it equipped? Oh, I sold it. Oh, oops. I sold my little pistol. Shit. Can I buy it back? I didn't mean to do that. Where is it? What'd I do with that pistol? Right here. The hell? But I have to have it equipped to be able to put mods on it? No? Or is it already modded? Oh, it doesn't have mod spots. Oh. Or it wasn't for that one.
Pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled. Oh, Inez, you look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated triptease. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's Choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you.
Do contracts mean something different where you're from?
Oh, yes. The Protectorate did not have contracts in this sense. Despite the time I've had to acclimate to Auntie's Choice, I sometimes fail to grasp such concepts.
Never mind that. I really need your help, Doc. With my graft, was hoping you had some ideas on how to fix it.
What timing? As it just so happens, I believe I do.
How's that? Don't you just work with Raptidons?
Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scaly friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Oh, I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. She nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more.
Why didn't you fix her graft back then?
I did not possess the knowledge I've gained since leaving the program. I regret that.
Frankly, it were triage she performed back then. Didn't exactly have time to ponder a long-term solution. She did all she could. And I don't blame her none. Go on, Doc.
Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with. Though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens.
Why not?
Unfortunately, the beasts must be subdued. And due to the nature of the specimens we require for the procedure, sadly killed. I might add that these are powerful beasts indeed. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who, unfortunately, went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter,
Fuck is
too.
a crabble? I'd rather not see my own skeleton if I can help it.
I'm gonna do us both a favor and pretend you're operating on a real subtle sense of humor.
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
As it happens, I was wondering how to get into Vox Relay.
I suggest avoiding the front gate, but you may have luck finding a drainage outlet in our matriarch's cave. The Protectorate often build them in this manner and leave them unguarded. When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours.
Kill the creatures, chop off the parts. Seems straightforward enough.
Yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Matriarch, Law guide you both out there.
Thanks, I'll take help from any and every higher power at this point. Guess we'll go do that first. Oh, how do I get up there? That thing's broken. Maybe there's a way around. Oh no, not what I wanted to do. How loud is that? Not bad. Game's volume is a little. Yeah, I can't do anything with. Oh, hey, what's this? Parkour. Okay. It wasn't the fall that killed him. It was the sudden stop at the end.
Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall?
Yeah, I don't think so. Why would someone attempt to jump like that in the first place?
He thought those boots would make him fly, but they really just allowed the user to jump repeatedly. Unless their downward velocity is too great. If so, well, you see what happens.
What the hell are you doing up there anyway?
Dying, actually. Dying in a fairly slow, agonizing manner. We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height, jumped down, and landed right in its gears.
If she's scared of the height, why would she jump?
I can't fathom no sensible motive. She joined her soldiers after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize.
If I were you, I'd be more concerned with how you're climbing down.
There ain't no way off this platform besides jumping, and you've seen how that ends. But you being down there makes you uniquely qualified to help us. The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to, well, to grind old Ida out of the gears.
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drive and burn it out all permanent-like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our two former cohorts.
And why should I go to the trouble of helping you?
What? It's your duty as a subject to...
No, Liza, remember, you're not Protectorate anymore. So, what have we talked about? A duties only.
Discharged if the disbursement is dutifully deserving. Right. Sorry, I'm just a little flummoxed by being stranded up here.
So, bits, stranger. We'll give you bits if you get us down before we starve.
All right, that's what I wanted to hear. How exactly do I get this done?
Poor Jackson wasn't raised in the Protectorate with a mind for science and mistakenly thought the word thrusters meant he could fly. So he jumped the opposite way I told him. They're experimental. We'd not laid eyes on them before. But the data we found with them says they were actually designed to let people hop their way up the spire. If you activate the plasma thrusters when you're already airbound, they could give you a fair bit of extra boost. It should let you turn a quick hop into a surprisingly grand vault.
All right, I'm on it.
Thank the sovereign... thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating
I don't trust her.
a life utterly absent of starvation.
The Pale Plasmatic Augmented Leap Enhancer is a fantastic invention that allows one to reach new heights. They are automatically equipped and allow you to jump a second time while already in the air. After jumping or falling, jump again to activate the thrusters. Warning, the Pale is ineffective while falling at critical velocities. Seems easy enough. But let's take a look around here. Okay, I see. Oh yeah, she fell right in there, didn't she? That is unfortunate. Amongst the various crops the Sovereign has discovered in Eden, few have had as sweet an impact on the Protectorate as the densely fibrous, exorbitantly oily, stupefyingly acidic kernel cluster. Originally dubbed sulfur seeds, after their dreadful, abominably noxious effects were responsible for several gristly and, dare I say, grotesquely messy deaths in the early days of the colony, their name was revised upon the discovery of their myriad textile uses, and their value to the Protectorate was devised. With fibers that can be ground into solvent-resistant adhesive tar juice that requires minimal processing to become highly indelible ink and a naturally occurring pH of near 0, the potential uses for sweet berries are still being discovered. The next evolution of this research should focus on uses for the highly viscous lubricant that literally drips from each berry and its potential as a non-absorbent gastrointestinal unguent. Okay. So if I hold space, okay. Saving here. Nice. Do you also have those? That looks like something I can go up to. Thought there was an observation thing. That away. Light revolver. Oh. I love revolvers. I don't understand. Is it down below? Oh, it's probably down there. Okay. +1 toxicity crash threshold. Oh, cool. That is the worst place you could be. Oh boy. Whoa, hey. Go higher? Hold on. There more stuff up there? Maybe not. Okay.
Oh, you're by our crop of Brachythecium rutamulum. They're found in bandages and burn tinctures.
Okay. Cool. Don't do that. That's creepy. Ruined vines. These lush, thick vines are clearly being cultivated for their utility, but you lack the knowledge to make use of them.
If you don't have that drive overloader, ascending may be a waste.
Thing hidden down here? Just in case you fall or miss the jump, I guess.
That's it? It was that easy?
Yeah.
That was some impressive climbing. Poor Jackson could have learned a thing or two from you. Starting with the right direction to jump, I suppose.
Well, let's see about bailing you out, shall we?
Wonderful. Get us down, and I'll happily compensate you in accordance with standard Auntie's Choice urgently improvised extortive standards.
Nice. I'll have to go back to the ship and do that. How come it seems like you can't see my character's eyebrow? Did my eyebrows go away? Like, what happened? Oh, they're there. Harvester automatic control unit. The harvester's lifting armature has ground to a halt and needs a drive overloader to allow it to push through the obstruction. Oh, you could hear the... Oh, all right. Gain bonus damage against any faction you have negative reputation with. The bonus is greater the worse your reputation is. Damage increased by 10, 20. Okay. Unlock an additional weapon slot. Searching through containers can occasionally reward you with bonus bits or crafting materials. I feel like that's a good one to get early on. What's that? What's that? You see this mark over here? Oh, it's it little sprats? Okay. Like, what the hell? Okay, where are our buddies here? Thought they ran off without paying me.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped 100 meters in the air will make you reconsider.
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
Which reminds me, I've been rethinking our deal. You should pay me extra.
What do you mean? You're already getting our urgently improvised extortive rate.
The extra makes sure my version of events aligns with yours.
Oh, that. Of course, that's why you deserve extra. Apologies for forgetting. I was overcome with relief. Here's what I would have paid already, with a little extra on top.
How much did I get? 1,000. Nice. Now, there was an observation thing around this way. We gotta check that out. Okay, it's not showing up down here. Which is interesting. I think we have to go back up there. Maybe I just wasn't looking in the right spot. You know? It's not gonna work. Oh. Conspicuously manipulated bush. Upon closer inspection, this bush has definitely been moved to its current position, and behind its foliage is a sweet and unmistakable sight of bits. Nice. Yeah, we got to return to Huel. We got ads coming up. Second.
Can't believe some of those Protectorate hull heads just couldn't see the benefit of self-betterment.
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these Protectorate defectors. Not sure.
I've been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news.
I got the schematics, but your business partner, I'm afraid he didn't make it.
Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... damn it! I'm never getting that promotion.
Enough yelling. Where's my money?
Oh, don't worry, you'll get your bits. But first, I've got to salvage something from this. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced Protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable?
Me? No. No, nothing at all.
If I only had something, anything else to provide management, my sad, sorry fate might have been somehow averted. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
Use some new glitz. Give Auntie 5 bits, and she'll give you a facial spritz.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable?
All right, we got ads. Apparently, it takes a minute for it to tell me that the ads are playing, which is all right. We're gonna play some words while we're waiting for the ads. Oh. This is a hard one. Oh. Ah, well. Didn't get it that time. Back to the game. Ad break should be over.
Disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
What is this?
The door of this stuff? They must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor, probably some ammunition too. Honestly, Kemp, ain't that much of a mystery.
Have you two come to mock me like your fellow dullards? Perhaps if you rub together your only 2 brain cells, you might even come up with something approaching cutting. No. Wait. You're not some corporate simpleton, are you? On the contrary, you have the manner of an officer about you. Someone who understands the substantive weight of command.
And who exactly are you?
Please, allow me to start over. I am Warden Sterling, dedicated servant of the Protector of Arcadia and caretaker of worlds, the Sovereign Henry Varick.
If you're a warden, shouldn't you be guarding the cell from outside of it?
I'm not that kind of warden. It's a title of distinction for those who serve in the Protectorate military, short for Warden of the Realm.
You don't happen to know a way to get into the armory, would you?
And if I did?
Better I get whatever's inside the armory than the people who imprisoned you, right?
What a strange argument. Obviously, I would prefer the contents of the armory remain with the Protectorate, but circumstances being what they are, perhaps you're right. We need more privacy before continuing this conversation. Go to the back of the building, and I shall meet you at the window of my cell.
You can rely on me to be the very spirit of discretion.
I'll be waiting.
Ooh. That better than what I have? Yeah, I think it is. I mean, we never see my character anyway, so I don't know what I have. Oh, wow. Nice. Oh my, look.
We should be able to speak freely here without the risk of being overheard.
Right, now about that armory.
There's an entrance on the roof by which you may gain ingress. Had these 2 dolts bothered to do even the most cursory inspection, they'd have found it.
The roof, you say? Thanks, that's all the information I needed. I've got these thruster boots. I should be able to get up there, I think. Oh, whoa. Okay, I can't get that way. How do I get out? I didn't think about that. Should have thought about that. Oh, almost. Oh. Oh, come on. I feel like we should be able to grab that. Yes. Did they go out the door?
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow. It'll probably be worse.
Boyd be damned if not, as if running a side hustle inside Auntie's Choice is complicated. It only requires exercising the tiniest bit of discretion and getting your dirty work done here, where people can pretend they don't see it. Mind those two rules, and I don't have to track you down, test you up, and send you back to the fleet in chains. And yet, that's just too complicated for the half-wit smugglers who landed one of Auntie's transports at the damaged landing pad and unloaded what were clearly contraband crates in the middle of the damn day. So now they're in the cell and have an excessive amount of paperwork to do. And there's nowhere near enough commission on my bringing them to justify the number of hours all this will take. Well, someone ought to ensure that my case against these smugglers in my custody was as solid as a bulkhead. My mysterious benefactor left me a stack of files that included a detailed listing of other crimes they should be measured for. Enough to add an eye-watering amount of bits to the arrest commissions I'll end up collecting. Now, not only that, they also included craftily worded advice that taking them to the undisputed claim for judgment would be a boon to my career and my bit cartridges. But finding out who it was will have to wait until I return from delivering them to the undisputed claim. I've several likely suspects, including a cargo pilot and an acquisition chef, that both passed through here at about the right time. My gut keeps drawing me towards the new greenhouse overseer, Emmeline Galloway. Can't rightly say why. Might just be she's the only one still in town and I'm pulling for it being the easiest option to investigate. Even so, I don't seem to shake the notion that she's somehow in the mix with all these troubles. Gonna talk to him again and break him out. He helped me.
Leave me be. I have no interest in dealing with the machinations.
Whatever.
These riffs got me awful perturbed. Ain't reality hard enough without some nerve-wracking phenomenon punching holes in it?
I want to try this shock machine gun. Oh, it's a machine gun. Not big on machine guns. So is this actually better? I don't think it is actually. Okay. We're gonna investigate the greenhouse. I like that reading the terminals actually can give me quests and stuff.
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. Doing the work of at least 3 lackeys. A full half-dozen automechs, all by my lonesome. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
This looks like a lot of work. Is it just you in here?
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
You handled this all by yourself, plus you have other jobs to do.
What? No, I was just being sardonic. It's my way of saying I'm so tired it feels like I've got 50 jobs.
Your tone of voice made it very clear that you were being serious. Why backpedal now?
Whoa, now just hold up there a minute, friend. I badly turn a phrase and jumble my words a bit, and you're going to call me out as a liar?
I'm not calling you anything, but you are backpedaling. All I did was ask why.
Huh. True enough on all counts. Plus, you've got the grit to stand there and say it all to my face without any kind of hesitation. You know, I've been looking for some backfills with the kind of cleverness usually only found on the seedy lower decks of the claim. Feel like making a few bits?
What is the claim?
It's Auntie's flagship.
Ah.
The best movers, shakers, and up-and-coming ne'er-do-wells hone their killer instincts. Work for me and you may see it someday. Interested?
Absolutely. I'm always on the hunt for exciting opportunity.
Wonderful. Your jib is exactly the kind of cut we could use right now. And I've got a whole cartridge of bits that's been waiting for someone to earn it. I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by.
You can trust them. We make under-the-table deals with them all the time.
We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you.
So you run the black market in Arcadia. Sounds good to me.
Oh, isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardos's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. You get me?
I get you. I'll be back when it's done.
And I'll be waiting here with your bits.
What we got here? Ability to accomplish responsibilities. Marksmanship scores exceed the standard assessment. Regarding patrol attendance, employee has a commendable record with no violations of the standard quota policy. However, an overabundance of passion for her position often leads the employee to exhaust herself to the point of performance dips following a series of unapproved extra shifts. Full achievements. Decreased trooper injury and death incidences during routine patrols by 50%. Employee earnestly strives to improve productivity and performance targets. However, this is related only to perimeter maintenance and impairs with a willful lack of understanding of the cost to either. Higher priority initiatives requiring shared resources. Responds poorly to perceived mockery. Must improve the frequency of following her superior's orders to the letter of the law, not the presumed spirit of it. Should refresh education regarding supply and demand in relation to shifting market urgencies. Promotion request denied again. Cower's war chest key. Who's Cower? Any way in there without getting seen? Oh, I have a distraction thing, don't I? Maybe I can try using.
Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted, quick and proper, or your next provision's free.
Now that you mention it, I could use some new accoutrements.
If you're not with a specific division, I'm supposed to take down a name before offering my wares. I'll just make it up for expediency's sake. All bits spend the same to me. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you.
Just so you know, some workers at Spirit Grove got stuck in a harvester, but I fixed it.
Those hoople heads. First they botched their work up here, now the Grove. If there were medals for incompetence, they'd be well decorated. Well, I thank you for helping them out. Sorry you had to go out of your way. What do you need this time?
Let's see what you have for sale.
I'm sure you'll find something to your liking.
Sniper cloak. Reclamation raiment. Ooh, wow, that's expensive, but man, it's... I'm buying it. Hell yeah.
Idiot. What do you need this time? As a friendly reminder, all sales are final, especially ammunition.
Hell yeah.
Business. What do you need this time?
I wondered if I could have a look at your terminal.
Now there's an odd request. If you've got queries about my stock, I'm sure I could answer them for you. Wait one rapt gone moment. Did Ms. Galloway put you up to this?
Why do you ask?
She asked me for terminal access not even a fortnight ago. I'd call it coincidence if it didn't feel so much like conspiracy. I can't for the life of me adduce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there?
Terrible man-eating ones that'll put the fear of foliage into every protectorate farmer.
All the while, I thought they were growing healthy little comestibles. They were planting the seeds for psychological warfare. Literally. Shows what I know. All right. Ms. Galloway can have access, but only because I believe in not biting the hand that feeds, or in this case, grows. Key card to access the terminals, right here on the boxes beside me. Feel free to nab it.
The throwing a long inventory list includes weapons, armor, non-perishable rations, high caliber armaments, and medical inhalers. Just inventory. Zero cases.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just Taro excrement.
Hello again. You get that inventory issue sorted?
Quartermaster's terminal is one large shipment of Spectrum vodka shorter.
How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And, as promised, my good fortune is also your good fortune. And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember, you've also made allies that you'll find all across Arcadia. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle. Like the one you passed on your way in. Find that rose, and you find Sub Rosa.
Good to know.
So many rumors flying around about the rifts. The lab coats can't figure them out.
So that. Thought the sold mods. Weapon modification, okay. I wish I could track like the vending machines. Oh, it's a weapon. Oh, I wish it would say if it was weapon. Okay. Now what are we gonna do here? Or next? I don't know. Do we walk around town and see what we can, if we find any more quests? Maybe we'll go in the bar. Usually the bar is like the best place in RPGs to go to find work.
This Moonman character of yours, is he some kind of off-road dude? No, just sort of a mascot. So, is it anti-Pink and your Undying Memphis from the list? Not exactly. I mean, Anti is funny. Oh, I don't know, single bad
Whoever fixes this rift problem is definitely getting a hillside suite with an Elysium view in Headquarters Tower.
Never been the type to sit behind a desk all day. What, when I could stand behind a bar?
Oh, this might be one of my copious direct reports. Rest assured, I'm making adequate progress in my manual labors.
Welcome to the Name Pending Saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger?
I'm looking for information. Have any?
Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between them Protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Antes employees carping about work and the war. Any particular topic you have in mind?
What are folks saying about Vox Relay Station?
Basically, to avoid it at all cost. They have a brigadier up there by the name of Montelli. Sounds like he's as much a danger to his own troops as ours. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and summary executions. My pleasure. Got anything for me in return?
All Aetherwave serials are true stories based on classified Earth Directorate files.
No. All of them? You mean the critters from Plague of the Mind parasites are real? Oh, gracious. Sure glad there ain't no inside-out monsters or their like around these parts. Yeah, let's consider that one our little secret. We spread that too freely, people here might just plumb succumb to terror.
The name pending saloon. You haven't named this place yet?
That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. Trying to find a name that would convince patrons to spend their hard-earned bits here. Like to hear a few contenders?
Sure. What have you got so far?
At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler, 2. Accessories, 3. Absinthe-Minded, 4. The Fair Shake. Now tell me, which would make you spend your hard-earned bits here?
A fair shake.
Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan.
Tell me truthfully, you don't really have a 19-point plan, do you?
Shh, not so loud. Look, operating a new location sure ain't easy. Swear I get blamed for anything going wrong, whether it's my fault or some foul up from the local head office. But the nice thing about Fairfield, if you sound like you got some know-how, people believe just about any bit of hooey or bunkum you declare.
You know what? Let's revisit this another time.
All right. Appreciate you dropping by.
Okay. Well. How about... Yeah, we're gonna go do that.
No signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifold still warm. Come on, baby. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's wrong. You just stopping by to admire the mines, or is there something I can help you with?
Sounds like you're having some trouble. What's the problem?
See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives, oft referred to as sky mines by those who prefer brevity. However, the whole thing is currently non-operational. Some problem with the lifting mechanism. No lift means no sky mines. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can say, gee, nice weather we're having today.
I'd be worried.
On the uptake, aren't you? Until I curry out the kinks in this system, we all should worry. How anyone around here gets any sleep is a damn mystery.
Maybe if you slept better, you do better work.
Why don't you do me a favor and hit the trail? Don't bother me again lest you've something more to contribute than insults. Oh, your upper story must be more damaged than this launcher if you're back tugging on my ear again.
Feel like we got off on the wrong foot.
I'm here to do a job, not make friends. Maybe I'd feel differently if so many people's lives didn't depend on me fixing this system. But no use moaning over what ain't. If only I hadn't misplaced my repair manual last week. This would have been a cinch.
Maybe I can find that for you?
Sure. I won't refuse an offer of free labor. I'd start your search around the military camp. Must have set it down without thinking. Just can't remember where. I'll be here if you locate it. Trying not to blow myself up.
Okay. Military camp. Where's that at? Is that this over here? Where that might be it. Where we just were doing some stuff.
Not everyone's cut out for life in an anti-encampment. It's intense, but only 3 to attend, and we sleep in shifts. Cops come in
Cower's war chest key. Who's... Oh, okay. Cower is the one in the town hall, I think, that hired us to go do some stuff. Ah, a repair manual with the detailed information about the Sky Mine systems. Okay, can't I take it? Okay, do I just go tell her then? I found it?
My commanding manager gave me great advice. If you got time to leave, you got time to clean the retreat.
This launcher ain't going to fix itself.
Found that repair manual you mentioned.
You did? That'd be the first thing that's gone right today. All right, let's see it.
Oh, I didn't take it, but I remember enough to fix the launcher.
Well, you certainly sound confident in your powers of retention. I'll be over there if you need me. Way over there. Should clear the blast radius at that distance.
I honestly thought we were just going to turn that wheel and that was going to be it. I'm actually impressed.
All right, so you got her working. Bully for you.
Don't sound so disappointed. Yeah, no thanks to you.
You did good work. Try not to let it grow your hat size.
Don't be an asshole.
And before you ride off, hold on. Give me a second to find them. Here. Managed to cobble some frags together from a damaged mine earlier. Who knows? Might get you out of a pinch one of these days. And seeing how expertly you worked, you may as well take this armor modification too.
Oh.
I'm sure you'll have an easier time installing it than I would.
Thanks. See you around. Anyway, cool. What were we doing? You were headed here. Oh, we should go to the town hall. I want to see if I can find that key for that war chest. Dear Father, Mother, Guardian name, I regret to inform you that your son, daughter, child, employee rank, first, last name, was killed in action at location on date. I know the sorrow that this message brings you, but no soldier rank last name was available Auntie's choice asset, and that his, her, their contribution to the war effort on Eden will not be forgotten. Sincerely yours, Babylon Cower, Acquisitions Officer. Available appropriated protectorate lodgements: Augustine DeVries, House Red Trim Circle Windows, Beatrice Lorenz. Okay, so we got some. Oh, there. You guys are loud as fuck. Can I pickpocket? Key. Sneak makes it harder for him to detect you. Investing in Sneak will allow you to select perks that avoid traps and perform sneak attacks.
Been working at that spot of business we discussed? Easier to lead with fewer targets nibbling at your psyche. Loose your words. I'm listening.
Wish I could. You can't pickpocket. Why are you guys still sneaking? Oh, excuse me. All emitters are commonly found in anti-choice advertisement, but doubtless they can be used for more pragmatic applications. I don't know.
Hey, Gads, the hologram's gone down. A simple malfunction, perhaps. An outrage is what I call it. That hologram was our flag planted in the soil of conquered lands. And that's a good thing. That symbol is our pride, our identity. How can you wage a war if you don't even have a logo?
To F. Min from Galloway, place. I've begun my work here, including taking over my predecessor's overseer role at the greenhouse. Unfortunately, it seems Fairfield's situation is even worse than we feared. That buffoon Caldwell apparently felt receiving our inventory as aerial drops was too much effort, so he was having the pilots set their asses down at the old Protectorate landing pad, after which he'd move the goods in the middle of the day, apparently expecting that everyone would just ignore their little shenanigans, no matter how much of a ruckus they caused. I considered paying a visit to Caldwell's cell in the old constable's office so as to ask him why he could possibly be that hull-headed, but there's no answer he'd possibly give that justify the risk of our associating in public. To be certain, we knew rushing unsalted agents into position was risky, but there was so much profit to be made on this damnable moon that we just had to try. Still, never in our wildest did we conjure these clods burying themselves in crap this deep. In addition to the obvious smuggling, they've been run up on dozens of related crimes, including market disruption, unconscionable shrinkage, and anti-monopolistic pricing. Monopolistic. Still, at least they're all accounted for. Unfortunately, some of the charges against them seem a mite bit weak, and if they get loose, I'll have twice to work getting this operation back on track. But give it no mind. I've shaped a plan I think will solve it all in my next move. I've finished gathering all the internal information on our troublemakers, gift-wrapped a lot of it, and left it atop the old compliance adjuster's terminal. Given the incredible financial windfall this case now offers him, I expect he'll aim to deliver our former associate to the undisputed claim as soon as humanly possible. Give me a week or two after he leaves to finish up cleaning. We'll be ready to get our market back to work. Gift wrapped it, a lot of it, and left it atop the local compliance adjuster's terminal. Local compliance adjuster. Who's that?
This paradigm thing you people are always going on about. Does it really improve your life?
I ain't even close to hitting rock bottom yet. Middling bottom, sure, but not rock bottom.
Whoever took down our anti-hologram is a traitor of the highest.
I must ask you to hold still.
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc. I'll be over here. Definitely not in excruciating pain. Don't mean to sound unsociable, but you might not want to stand so close. The bleeding ain't contagious, but it ain't slowed much neither. I'd hate to bleed all over you. Wouldn't mind conversating a bit, though. Anything to take my mind off the pain. Oh, it stings.
That's a lot of blood. What happened?
I was on sentry duty, bravely surveying our perimeter for threats, when a protectorate drone attacked out of nowhere. Third time in as many days. I returned fire like it was a cereal. Bang, 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 pew, pew, pew. Oh, not excessively, of course. Don't want Auntie taking that extra ammunition out of my paycheck. Again, it was all going fine until the damn thing blasts me while I'm reloading. Mighty uncourteous, you ask me.
Drones aren't usually known for their manners.
I'd prefer if they were. Like with little butler hats, programmed to say pip pip and the like. Wouldn't be cost effective, but it would be adorable. Anyway, Trooper Faulkner happened upon the scene just then and dispatched the drone before it could finish me off. No idea where these drones are coming from, but Faulkner's been having a time of it lately. Be nice if someone helped out, but Carr's hands are tied. Lack of resources, I guess? As for the rest of these fine folk, they were attacked by Protectorate while defending the forward operating base. Imagine the base is probably hurting for warm bodies just now.
Think they'd welcome outside assistance?
Can't imagine they turn down help from anyone who knows how to handle themselves and is a friend of Auntie's. The FOB's our main line of defense. The only thing stopping the Protectorate from sending their legions over that bridge of theirs and attacking us here in Fairfield. The man in charge, Commander Torres, is a legend. Rumor has it his troopers are relentless, fighting through wounds that would kill most. What I wouldn't give to join his outfit.
Sounds like a quick way to distinguish yourself. Why don't you volunteer?
Now there's an idea might be worth considering. They do say the quickest way to a promotion is by climbing over other bodies. It's all a moot point till I can get this arm of mine mended. Poor Doc Barnes is working himself to the bone trying to take care of us, but he's only one man. I suppose it could be worse. At least Command's not throwing us at that relay station. Can't imagine the casualties he'd be dealing with then, given all its defenses.
So, between Protector attacks and rogue drones, what's going on around here? Might have to take a look at the arm more closely.
I don't know. You some kind of doctor type?
No, just nosy.
I hate to stifle your curiosity, but I'm not looking to become an exhibit.
Sorry, I can't be more help.
Don't sweat it none. Auntie's Choice advocates for self-reliability anyway.
Hey, sword.
For me, right?
That's right. Just gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Milver Street's gonna love you. Anyway, thanks for stopping to chat. The other troopers here ain't exactly chatty types. Maybe on account of the blood loss?
Maybe. You must be talking about this here.
Hell, I've stood this post so many times I could do it in my sleep.
Mind you don't let the bosses upstairs hear you say that.
Do I ever sleep? Yeah, I slept. I slept like 8 hours. I usually only sleep like 6. What was that? What are you doing? Really wanted to check more of this out. It was like 1:30 in the morning, I think. And I went to bed and I was out fast. I slept till like 10.
Hello. You must be a new co-worker. No, my mistake. You're obviously just passing.
What was that? That I picked up. I don't know what I just picked up. Ooh, what's this? Okay.
Through. And this whole capitalism thing isn't so dreadful after all. They even allowed me a choice between fishing and sanitary engineering. That's fun. Here to do some fishing?
The
Science Adventures Quarterly, volume. Oh, cool. Do need to go back to my ship. Just over there. We'll just do. Can upgrade our robot, buddy. Get of supplies to mod and upgrade Valerie's blaster and armor. Visit workbench to look which mods to use. Companion mod kits. You have acquired a companion mod kit. At a workbench, you can use this to apply upgrade mods to your companion's weapon and armor. These mods increase the damage and armor values of their equipment respectively, as well as granting additional bonuses. Each companion has a basic and an advanced kit that must be found, with the latter granting access to more powerful mods. It's a workbench. Valerie's weapon applies stacks of burn and deals slightly increased damage. Stacks of frost. Grants immunity to corrosive side effects. Also increases effectiveness of their armor. Grants immunity to shock side effects. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. We were just doing some upgrade stuff. And now I'm curious. Can we swim? No. You just drown immediately. That's kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. Guess we can't go that way.
We did it. Checked off the final skill building task. Scavenge a seaworthy raft, then set a course for promotion. If only we had a bottle of Spectrum Red to christen the thing.
Don't think you want to hit that floating rubbish pile with any bottles.
Pipe down, Cobb. I have every confidence in my handmade vessel. Sleek, sturdy, reasonably buoyant, perfect execution. Assembled with no help from you, I might add.
For the last time, I have...
Sounds like the guy who voiced Charles in Red Dead.
The sooner we get our promotions. Help me get there,
2.
Cobb, and law as my witness, I'll make you my assistant VP.
Ooh, pinch me.
This is Sanitation Specialist Cutshaw, soon to be graduate of the Promotion Acceleration Program, shoving off for our final destination.
Okay. The hell is this?
Unauthorized entry into an arbiter training facility is likely to result in violent arbitration. Entering a hostile zone. Enemy.
Dangerous enemies. Enemies with skulls next to their health bar are dangerous, signifying that you might be too underleveled to fight them.
Enemies detected. Please exercise caution.
friend. Reckon there might be a few loose raptidons wandering around. Note that Auntie's choice ain't liable for raptidon-based injuries when there's a war on.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472.
Oh, great. A 472. Been a while since I had to dodge bullet spray.
Auntie's Choice Biomass Weapon Workbench. It appears that someone gave up halfway through a project. You have all the ingredients and parts needed to easily create several biomass grenades.
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on their rears, it's because the dang Crobbles ran us out of the desalinator. Now we're stuck here on standby wages.
Who's in charge? Westport observational report. Infrastructure state moderate low. Initial fighting caused substantial damage to Westport's infrastructure. They still have power, limited potable water, and passable fortifications. Worth noting that they are experiencing a severe shortage of auto mechanicals. Morale state moderate. Morale is holding in Westport. Subjects still believe that the Sovereign will swoop in and save them. This resolve seems rather fragile, though. A couple of more hardships could shatter that resolve. The standoff is working against us. Additional notes. Vigilant Hogarth himself is preoccupied by some schism of local command. This type of internal conflict in the Protectorate chain of command should be exploited at all costs. 1 second. What's this? Oh, I got too many people watching. Too many eyes on me.
I don't even want to think about the damage those Crabbles are going to do to my machines.
They're Crabbles. They ain't gonna do nothing to your
Oh.
precious terminal. Only thing they're danger to was us.
All right, there's fire damage.
Word is Milver Street is ordering a watch on the Protectorate survivors in Westport.
We already read something, that one. Earth Detector found a flaw in you, kleptomania. What? You just have to have it. Doesn't matter what it is. But if it isn't yours, you want it. You'll occasionally steal things automatically, but anything you've stolen sells for significantly more. This flaw significantly changes the experience while in settlements. Not advised for players looking for a relaxing experience in town. Plus 100% buying price for stolen items. That seems good.
Something juicy from Milver Street.
Oh, what?
Though remain unaccountable for their actions, find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure.
Find personal trap in lab. Okay.
Scout report.
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order.
Okay.
Random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this.
Order, sir.
Oh, it's like Fallout.
Glad to
Oh god.
Physiological cues indicate acute cantankerousness in your own guards. A stealthy approach is suggested.
I'll turn that off for now. Stealth growth. Okay.
Readying assault protocols.
More tasks, more pressure. New designation, no spread fucking raise.
Has always been impeccable. Impeccable!
Homicidally irritable employee. I think I know some people like that.
Came over me. Just so touchy today. Any little thing, I swear.
Leaders and bosses, particularly tough enemies, are noted via their health bar, signifying that they are especially challenging. These are reserved for the leaders and strongest fighters of a group. These enemies are more resistant to certain powerful effects, requiring them to take damage first and make them.
that range.
I don't think I should be here. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Okay, this isn't going too bad. Oh, I love that. Yeah, they are not as tough as they appear to be.
Resuming hostilities.
I love how they did the revolver with the like where you could just shoot quick. That's fucking amazing. Look, you're new here and desire to prove yourself. I understand the impulse. I'm simply saying don't be so quick to seek Ormsby's attention. Bright new hopefuls in this facility have a habit of receiving dangerous assignments or drawing undue blame. Avoid attracting conspicuous notice. Wear disguise if possible. Anyhow, I analyzed the data from the field team at Red Spire. Seems like the reason for the Raptidon's aggressiveness up there has to do with what they've been consuming, specifically a unique reaction between the red spores combined with their preservative rich diet. Not sure if that stems from the Rapidon chow we use to feed them or devouring a bunch of our colleagues. Guess artificial additives aren't 110% beneficial after all, huh? Don't tell Auntie. Had a kind of weird interchange with Ormsby today. After our morning assembly, he made a remark about how he accidentally ordered a sample sent for testing into the Pan Pharmacon 5 walk-in industrial microwave, like instead of the spectrometer it was meant. How it literally blew up in someone's face, but then a rival signature somehow replaced his on the work order. It's not a mistake, he said, if someone else takes the blame. I don't know, guess he is the boss. Instead of worrying, I should probably be taking notes. But if any of these dangerous substances we are working with somehow get loose, but I know who will be to blame. Anyway, I informed him about the field team's findings and your conclusions about the Rap's aggressiveness. Seemed real excited about it. Actually, he'd just heard news about a promotion, been weirdly lingering around the microwave ever since. You're actually the fourth lab tech he's told that story to. It might make you wonder how someone so incompetent can be so skilled at covering their tracks, but if you can't be one, you need to be the other around here. The key to dealing with Ormsby is realizing that he's a complete fraud. That title, totally of his own devising, and that's not unheard of. It's likely standard operating procedure among management, actually. For now, we're stuck with him, so just nod and smile until his inevitable replacement arrives. And yeah, learn what you can in the meantime. Okay. Another thing I'm really liking so far is like reading terminals and stuff. I can use that information in conversations. I'm really enjoying that. Huh. Let's see. Hold E to break down all junk. Okay. crafting. What does this use? Short round. Okay.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well.
Talk to him in a second.
You there? Oh, you're likely affected too, aren't you? Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmet Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
Changed your tune a bit since sending that distress signal.
Oh, all that pleading and the like. Yes. Well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit, I did panic just a little. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
We should discuss my fee before we get any further.
Assuming success, your fee will be based on the length of your involuntary impressment, dangers from exposure to undisclosed hazards, etc. It should be quite fair.
I wouldn't accept anything less than a healthy addition in the amount of bits.
We of course value your time and effort. Now, with that out of the way, allow me to tell you a little about our process here. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say.
I think the word you meant to say was manipulation.
Speaking of the team, such as they are in their present deranged state, how did you make it past them? You know, without being killed.
Didn't you hear? I murdered practically everybody.
Aha, thought so. Sometimes with screaming, it can be difficult to discern intent, like, I'm being killed, can be so close to, I'm running amok. Shame. The staff and I all had such good chemistry together.
No.
Suppose it couldn't be helped, though. What matters most is getting out of here alive, saving our researchers a close second, and curing my remaining colleagues a firm third.
Let's just get on with this.
Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think?
I have no idea.
Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters?
I have some medical training. Just tell me how and when to put it to use.
Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions?
What do you remember about what happened? How'd you end up in there?
Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left to investigate while I continued working on our experiment. When he failed to return, I peeked outside and saw the others run in, bloody, gibbering, hunting for targets. They'd clearly been exposed to some virulent new form of experimental agent. I ran back and locked myself in this test chamber to avoid contamination. Well then, anything else before we proceed?
So this laboratory is some kind of repurposed silo?
Yes, the Protectorate formerly utilized it for seed storage or something equally prosaic. Nothing as provocative as groundbreaking research. But as much as I'd love to natter on, we probably ought to get matters underway.
Yes, less nattering, more antidoting.
We'll need two things: fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course.
The old samples aren't good enough? I could probably scrape up some of the goo.
Fresh spores will be key in the formulation of an antidote, as will the particulars and analysis from the expedition. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. A satellite lab to this one, if you will.
I'll be off then.
Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Well, I'll try my best. To not murder anymore. I, your humble product envisioner, want to thank every single one among you today. When we first arrived to this facility, it was literally a barn in here. We'd seized from the Protectorate a modest use agricultural land holding, a rundown old farmhouse and barn, a few harvesters, a seed silo that leaked when it rained. Whoever thought such a meager farmstead could be transformed virtually overnight into the most innovative research center on the entire island? Let me tell you, I did, because I believed in you. You did, because of your deep trust in our shared vision. That's how together we make audacious advances. So this next batch of samples could be interesting. They were taken from a nearby spire with a distinct red color. Its color comes from a species of red plant indigenous to the area. It releases many of these red spores which color the surrounding landscape. There's nothing else like it on Paradise Island. I have them laid out for our initial examinations, which I'll commence after lunch. In the meantime, I'm submitting all the raw data from our analysis so far to memorialize it. Per standard practice, I must say what I've seen so far is both curious and rather intriguing. As you are all aware, our important work here at the lab is being hindered by a handful of incompetent, quarrelsome, wholly irredeemable personnel who've become a liability in our quarterly reports. Normally, I would transfer such resource-strained employees to frontline combat, yet that is not an option with hostilities at a standstill. Rather than further demote these sluggards and sycophants to even less industrious positions, I appeal to their base natures by inviting each to participate in a promotion acceleration program, ostensibly a series of outdoor building exercises located at spires around the island, with the promise of molding these select staff members into VP material. In reality, PAPS 5 hazard wilderness exercises rather leverage participant ineptitude to achieve maximum mortality. I am confident PAP will offload our most irksome personnel as an insurance policy. The final activity, set on the northern tip of the northern island, an area infested with corporate Raptidon assets turn feral. Your cooperation in concealing this ruse is much appreciated and also mandatory. Envisioned by Omid.
Liquidate him! Let me handle this.
Goodwin here. Field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon Den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Wind-borne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food additives. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough. A routine task for the Audacious Advances field team. Quiet now as we approach the rap's nest. Certainly the spirited variety will offer... Oh, no! Oh, okay. We need to run now! Armed and ready.
Emergency protocol syringes running.
I love the revolver. Holy shit. So what does that do? Oh, okay. Maybe don't advance. Oh. Oh, wrong button. Let's.
Samples acquired. This quantity should be enough to produce the antidote.
Just gonna grab a bunch. Incendiary triple. Ooh. And if I do. What was that? Oh. So she can heal me, all right.
Pretty convenient that he only managed to save himself in the spores. Still, we ought to fix this before it spirals more out of control.
Ah, my most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our field work progressing?
I have the data cartridge and fresh spore samples.
Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly coerced the first gormless dunderhead who walked by and found you. Lucky me. Now, first things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me, right here, in the slot below my intercom. Insert that data cartridge for me, in the slot below my Aha. Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail.
Guess you're not overly surprised about the effects of this chemical agent.
Well, it's a textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum. Although, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the reptile brain into such a flurry. None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable. But where there's a will, there's a way to make a profit. Honestly, this whole process is 1 part scientific testing, 2 parts improvisation, and a dash of pure, undiluted panache. Exactly what we do best. Was only a matter of time.
How much trouble do you think you'll be in over this outbreak?
Oh, this might work out yet. And he may ignore our recent setbacks if I deliver an easy-to-market product. Just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. Though, I suppose it only works on other Auntie's Choice employees, not our preservative-free rivals. Ah, there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please.
This formulator's well worn.
I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote?
Yes, but I'm afraid it will cost you more.
Nice try. But you don't possess nearly the negotiating power you might suspect. Not when I can simply bide my time and wait for another gormless dunderhead to stumble by. Why, let that thick-headed boob amble off with your reward. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit bonus for your superlative performance.
We have ourselves a deal then.
Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Omid Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's Choice. Be seeing you.
Ape suit. Inhaler primers. Primers are special tools that synthesize healing medicine through your inhaler. In your inventory, you can equip and slot primers, changing the effect and potency of your medical inhaler. Be on the lookout for new primers that better fit your play style or upgrade the amount of healing you receive. Various perks and equipment also grant you additional inhaler slots, letting you equip more than one primer at a time. This increases the amount of healing you receive at the cost of higher toxicity whenever you use the inhaler. Oh, damn. Expensive plates. April. Where it drops below 30%, smoke bomb is dispensed at their location. Has a 10-minute cooldown, which reduces base on your sneak. It looks cool. I really like how that looks. I just wish the third person camera wasn't weird. I mean, look at this. That's still the better one though, so. Well, I killed all those people. I kind of feel bad. I didn't know they were... Let's see. I need to do any. Okay, guess we'll keep heading towards our mission we were going towards. It's already 3 o'clock. Fuck. I didn't realize it was 3 o'clock already. Fortunately, that's where I'm gonna have to end it. Gonna have kids home from school in a minute. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out. Had some fun. Next stream. What was that? Oh, that's Xbox. Okay. Got confused for a second. Next stream will be on Sunday night. We'll be doing a long stream. Might try to get through Resident Evil 5. Then we might play some Vampire Masquerade 2, Bloodlines 2. All right. I am working on something special for the next viewer game. I'm gonna try working on that tonight. Oh, Ella's on. We're gonna raid Ella. If you're at the stream last night, Ella was playing Labyrinthine with us. Yeah, so next stream, Sunday night, Resident Evil 5. We're gonna try to beat that. Well, we should beat it. Should be a long stream. And then I will be back. I don't know why I said it. Try to beat Resident Evil 5. Then we're gonna play Vampire Bloodlines 2. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. We're gonna go raid Ella. Be nice. It's a raid message. And you all have yourselves a lovely rest of your day.